Thank you for giving this opportunity. And firstly, I'd like to introduce my team. So, as Cedric says, we are four-member team, and each one is having a unique personality of our team. Like one is, I like to introduce Indu. She is a very positive type of person who will motivate us in every situation. And secondly, it's Cedric, who is a guardian, he guides us in the right way. And because of him, he used to keep on asking a lot of questions, which make us to realize what we need to do and what and all we need to improve. It really helped us. And thirdly, it's that Surinder is an idea master, so he used to give a lot of ideas over that. With this, finally it's me, and I think it's my team is equal to I is equal to my team. Every time I feel that, and I'm proud to be presenting this in front of you. And our team name is of Code Black, which relates to our use case. And so the use case is about monitoring the audit log of the control room automation anywhere. So initially in our organization, we were facing this issue while we are working, while we are monitoring control room logs. So what we thought, we as a four people, we joined together, and we thought to find a solution to break this inconsistency. So what we did, we just developed this bot. The bot is all about, it runs for within a second, or within some few seconds, this bot will execute and will be triggering an email to a concerned person based on the template which we are maintaining. So it's about a 15 minutes. It checks the duration, 15 minutes duration of the control room. In case if there is any error that is being encoded in the control room of the automation anywhere, it will be intimated to the certain people based on the template contact matrix which we are maintaining. So it's all about this use case is developed from automation anywhere commands. And we don't include any external script or some other language tool or something else. It's completely developed on the basis of automation commands. So with the use of API, we just fetch the current GMT time, global GMT time. With that, we calculate the 15 minutes prior time, and then we raise a request to the automation anywhere command. So we uh, 15 minutes duration, we raise a request to the control room from the client by using REST command, and from there we got the events which is occurred for those 15 minutes. In that period, we filter each record one by one, and we are maintaining a template called audit log. In that, we have an header. So activity types, these are the activities occurred on the audit log, control room audit log. So it will check the activity type, whether it matches this any of this criteria. If it matches, it goes to the next condition to check the field, to extract the field values of each event. So it then, after extracting the event, it will be placed on here for it will data will be copy pasted, and after that, from that we will be splitting the success and unsuccessful events. So from unsuccessful event, we raise an email to a concerned person based on this contact matrix which we predefinedly maintained it, like based on the host mission, which process it has been allocated and which project it has been allocated, and based on the support team to whom we need to raise a request. We need to email them. So for currently, for testing purpose, I have given my mail ID alone here. So, and the output will be on this format, like if they are finding any issue, there will be alert message will be triggered on which time the error have occurred and what error is being encoded, and what is the description of those. So by this way, we definitely can avoid escalation from business team, and proactively can identify the issue and communicate to business. By this way, we personally in our organization, we got benefit, and we really want to make it to explore this option. So currently, I'm just trying to run my bot. So this is a, I'm just running my bot. I put some display statement on the middle to let you know how it works. So we have taken 15 minutes duration of start and end time, which was calculated in our bot logic. So with this 15 minutes duration, we are going to check our control room. And from there, we have got the audit log of that, and totally 11 records has been filtered. So from this, we are splitting event by event. And from that particular event, we will be splitting data by field. So here it filtered all the records into a format, and from here you will be we will be splitting into successful event and unsuccessful event. So with this, here comes an unsuccessful event. So we got a two unsuccessful event currently in the live process. So email is being triggered, and it's about not even a minute or something. So it got executed. So I'm just going to check my email box because I have given my name. So I'm just checking my email box. So see, I have gotten a pop-up message that bot has encoded in the particular process and the project name and the time of that process error encoded and the reason of that. It's been deployed. I have got an alert mail. So for two unsuccessful event was raised. So for two, I have got the same thing. For cross verifying, I'm just making it to view that in our control room. So we have two unsuccessful event. One is of exactly a 2, and second one is of 2 3. At 2 3 we have got an error. So since it's on IST, if you see it's in IST, for API it's coming in GMT. So I'm just cross verifying that as well. So just taking I'm just taking this so current GMT time is 8:41, and I'm just taking it for 2 3 to IST. It's 8:33, and I have encoded the error which has been 8:33. So both the errors which you see on the control room, we have triggered an email. So by this way, we can definitely proactively work with it, and we can intimate it so that this way we can also make the support person to utilize on other tasks as well. Because in our organization, initially we felt it like to allocate a particular person to work on it. So that particular person will keep on checking the control room by logging in manually and checking the data. So in order to make that work to be automatically, we just built this bot by ourselves, and we have uh, we have really seeing a benefit on that. So we like to share it with uh, to others also. Same thing. So this is how this is all about control room monitoring.
Perfect, Nandini. I'm pretty impressed by this. So with this, I will open up the forum for our judges, Arjun and Nasimhan, if they have any questions on this.
Yeah, Nandini, it's a good one. Can you show us the bot, please?
Yes. Just a minute. So this is our master bot. So whatever file we were having a dependency, we are moving it. We are just maintaining three different uh, conflict sheet. Dependency was there. So one is like conflict sheet. In that we will be passing. This is the conflict sheet. From here we will be passing our automation anywhere URLs and audit log URLs dynamically. So in case if it is getting changed, we can go ahead and we can make it changed on over here.
Okay.
And
So actually, it's a kind of global value. So we are using the same value in all our subtasks. So because of that reason, we are using it here. So we'll be calling the same value in all our subbots. It's a kind of global variables or global values. So it seems to be like a,
Okay.
yes, Nandini, continue.
yeah. After that, we are maintaining a contact matrix to which process we need to intimate it. Like this particular mission is allocated for this particular project, and to whom I need to contact. If issue raised, whom I need to raise that issue. So I will be having an essay and as well as support contact details. So based on this, we will be triggering this email. So
Okay.
for that, we have this template, and for thirdly, we have a working template. Here we are having a headers. Since whatever activity type you want to monitor, you just need to add it over down, so that uh, they can, in case in future if you really want to add some other if you want to some other activity type also you need to monitor, you can just mention it on the bottom and then you can trigger your mail. Same way headers, whatever you need it. So for our process we really need this headers, so we have given these headers. If you want additional headers, you may add down also, so that you don't need to make any change over the code. So based on this headers and based on this activity type, the data will be filtered, and we will be putting on here. We will
Okay.
be taking this data over here. So
Okay.
from this detailed log will be having a complete unsuccessful and successful and unknown errors. But it will be having a complete data. If you wanted to split it by successful, unsuccessful, and unknown, you can make it. A bot will be making that as well, as you see in the demo. So unsuccessful data will be here, and after fetching those unsuccessful data, we will be again using the contact matrix to fetch this process and project contacts. So to whom I need to intimate the email alert, and for which process we got this error. So everything will be built, everything will be taken from the contact matrix based on the state. So
Okay.
again, yeah. So again, if you see it in the master bot, so we are having a subtask. Initially, we are having an API subtask to create a token. After creating the token, we will make a post call with a server, control room server. Before that, we will be fetching the GMT date. So current date we are fetching, and from that current date, we are calculating the end date. We are calculating the 15 minutes before prior date. So this bot completely acts for that purpose. The subtask will be completely for that purpose, calculating the current time of the GMT and the previous 15 minutes. So once that is being done, we will be calling the API call with that. So in our API call, we will be passing JSON query. So in that JSON query, we will be passing only the date and time which we have calculated. That means the 15 minutes duration. So once that is done, we will be getting the data. From that data, the data will be like, if you see, data will be of, again, a JSON code. Data will be extracted in this format. From this, each event is being splitted individually. If you take, this is one event, and we will be splitting, this is one event. We will be splitting this data and extracting into a formatable, like this format. We will be making this into this formatable, and then from that we will be finding successful and unsuccessful, and email will be triggered. So
Okay, and
that logic is being
how
given
are
here.
you deciding like which one is successful, unsuccessful?
Based on the status code we extracted. So in automation anyway, we are having a header called status. So
Yeah.
based on the status, we will be fetching, we will be selecting the success and unsuccessful individually. So if you take, I can show you the exact run of today now, which I did. So which has been saved on the local system, I mean CAD part. So this is the exact run which was I was giving a demo. So I'm just opening this audit log. So if you see it, uh, so we have got some 11 count, which I have showed you right when it was running demo. The total filter was 11 for 15 minutes duration, and from this I have, based on this field, status field, I'm just filtering success and unsuccessful records. So if you take it, we will be having 2 unsuccessful and success records, 6, 7, 8, 8 successful records. So successful will be 8 and unsuccessful will be 2. So after filtering the unsuccessful record, what we have did, we just got the details from the contact matrix about the process, project, and contact details. So from this unsuccessful template, we are raising an email to a particular concerned person about this. So it is about finance cash application. So same thing, finance cash application. So
Okay.
based on this device. This is how our code is made.
Narasimhan, do you have any questions for Nandini and team?
Yeah,
I
Arjun.
have. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so solution looks pretty good, and I just have like one question. So consider myself as your client, and you're trying to sell this solution to me. Okay, so my question would be, since like you were saying that this particular solution will be checking the audit log for every 15 minutes, so this should be a 24/7 bot, right? So for which I need to procure a license. And in automation anywhere control room, we have an option to trigger an email in case of any deployment failure or success. And also like we have an option to trigger an email for certain events. So how can I differentiate it from that? And like, how can you like explain me the value added in this compared to the automated email from the automation anywhere control room on deployment failure and deployment success? And also like we have few more things as well, right? So even like if a user is activated or if a user is deactivated, we can get a automated email from the automation control room. So how can you justify this solution and how can you sell it to me?
Okay. So currently, we were not aware about the email trigger which you told in the control room, because before we proceed with this bot, we had a discussion with the AA team regarding this. That time they were telling it like there is no any email trigger, but if it is there, it's well and good. But we think like this operation will not alone will detect all the deployment issues and other type of whatever the standard issues, whatever standard issues which you told. It can also we can also pop up the client when we are getting a failure in the client session, or we can trigger the email. And also for package scheduling and all, there is no any intimation. If we are scheduling a bot and if it is getting failed, we are not getting any emails regarding that. So when it comes and some 100 project is getting executed on a single control room, it will be very difficult to going and checking on each one. And I think there is no any email trigger for that particular process. So with this bot, we can definitely If there is a package creation or deployment creation or any client issue is there with the, client bot issue is there, we can definitely do identify it in a 15 minutes gap. It will not take prolonged time. It will not be, we don't want to wait till business to tell that we are facing, we didn't receive an email. Before that, we can do it. Did I cover your answer or did I cover your question?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, good.
Hey, Nandini, Vivek here. So
Hi.
I have a very simple feedback or I would say suggestion. So you say this bot is for basically control room monitoring, right?
Yes.
As a client, if I want you to create a bot or enhance this bot so that I could save money on hiring a process controller or a bot controller, is it possible in terms of adding all the functionality that a bot controller does, basically scheduling, running the bot and then notifying whether it is scheduled or failed or what happened to it? So I guess the later part is addressed by this code right now. Why don't you add it up as a framework wherein it could replace the bot controller altogether?
Really thanks for the suggestion, but we are currently working on this process. Like currently we have built a bot for device as well. Before execution of the bot every day, we have thought of intimating about the device status also, and also for scheduling you told, yes, for scheduling purpose also we have built this bot. It will be intimating whether the schedule is failed or it got passed. We will be taking this forward. As the initial step, we started with the audit log, but we'll be going forward. We are developing. We didn't stop it, but we are developing. Sure, we will take your suggestion and we will be building as a framework to monitor the complete control room. We are working on that actually. And thanks for it.
Fine. Thank you, Nandini. Anyone else has any questions for Nandini from our PKL team or from AA judging team?
Yeah, even I'm fine with the feedback of Vivek. Yeah, so it will be great, like, because now you have only limited functions on this particular solution, right? So you can take it forward and you can include like multiple different option in this. Yeah, so that like you can justify the the license cost, and also like as you mentioned, like you can pitch in saying that this particular solution will replace like RPA admin. Yeah.